It is the time of year where I am likely to be seen inside my house wearing a hat and a coat and sometimes a scarf. So I apologize, kids just finished school and there's a lot of music blasting my house, but I wanted to actually show you our ER order for this month because I just really want to show the diversity of the company, okay? I love my oils. I use my oils all the time. It's become part of a habit for me. But I will tell you right now, and really since the last like 9 months, if not maybe a little bit longer, especially for winter protocols, the amount of supplements that I have taken and give to my family is 10,000 fold. Okay, so I just want to show you basically the entire order is all supplements and then something I always get every month. So let's go over this super quickly. All right, so first and foremost, AminoWise. All right, this is my #1 way of hydrating post-workout. All right, there's a scoopful in here, and I put it in a shaker bottle, shake it up. I actually put my sulfurzyme powder in there, and then I shake them together and drink it immediately after working out. Pre-workout and during workout, I use Nuun, N-U-U-N tabs. I've talked about them a lot. They're natural electrolytes. They do make them with all sorts of things in it, like caffeine and other vitamins. I do not do that. I just do them straight up. I believe they're called the active ones, okay? They just do that. So I use that during there. Afterwards though, your body sweats out if you're lifting weights, if you're using a Peloton, if you're doing yoga, whatever you're doing, you actually burn, like your amino acids get flushed out of your body. You want to build those amino acids back up in your body to keep that strength and to rebuild your foundation of body. So you need that from an electrolyte standpoint, but then a foundational standpoint. So you can actually look up how beneficial it is to actually restore your body with amino acids. On top of it, the reason why I put the sulfurzyme powder in, now I like the powder. They actually do have capsules as well. Both of them do have a prebiotic, which means basically it's something that goes into your belly. So I'm doing this first thing in the morning. That gives you a probiotic, which is your Life 9, something that you can eat at night, okay? Just like you would if you were eating lots of kimchi or kombucha, right? So you want to have like a bacteria in your stomach that's positive, that your probiotic can go down there, eat. 90%, not 90, 70% of your wellness is in your gut. If your gut's not operating right, your body's not operating right, straight up. Okay, that is it, first and foremost. Sugars, alcohol, caffeine, all depleted, massive amounts of carbs, etc. So I have a tablespoon of this, and I will also put in my AminoWise. Sulfurzyme has MSM in it. MSM is really good for rebuilding cartilage for your joints, for your hair, for your skin. So a lot of athletes actually use MSM, and you can actually Google that to see that on the benefits. So using those together is my recovery. Shake it, then I have my cup of coffee. All right, next up, SuperCal. I have tried lots of calciums. My girls have never, actually it's a lie, Ava never ever drank milk. Rowan drank milk until she was about 3 and then decided one day that unless it was in a sippy cup, she would never drink it again. So neither one of my kids drank milk, very infrequently, maybe in a hot chocolate. So I've always been giving them calcium supplements. They are now 14 and 16. Already gone through, well, they have their periods. So I really, really want to make sure that I have dense nutrients that are going into their bodies and making sure that their calcium and their bones are getting stronger, right? Because they're growing, they're working out, and we want to make sure they have that stability. So I like the SuperCal. I've been using it. Again, part of the reason why I really like the Young Living supplements, and don't get me wrong, I have tons of other supplements from other companies, is that they have the absorption rate because the essential oils that they put into it actually absorbs more into your body. So they might be slightly more expensive. They're not for me because I tend to shop at like Cambridge Naturals or Whole Foods, and I buy higher end quality things. But if you're used to shopping somewhere else, you're paying for what you get. So calcium, I take it, both my girls take it every day. I actually have pill devices that are out. I can show you guys in a second. That shows all the supplements. I've done quite a few videos on them. Next up, Super B. Energy. It is the winter. We are in New England. It is cold. It is yucky. Everyone's energy level is plummeting. Obviously, there's lots of external stimulation. So making sure that you have vitamin B in your diet, super important. Obviously, taking in, best way to get vitamins is nutritionally. Sometimes it's very, very hard, depending especially on the environment we live in. So continue taking your citruses for your vitamin C's, but I would also say that I need to supplement unless you are really able to get things in a true, authentic way. I do not personally feel for me in this area that is something to do. So for me, Super B has given me a tremendous amount of energy, kind of as you get those afternoon slumps. Illuminize. This was released about 2 years ago at convention. I was super excited about the whole concept behind it. Obviously, we spend all of our time looking at computers. This was 2 years ago, before literally we spend all of our time looking at computers. Every meeting, every family phone call, everything is looked in front of a computer. So super important to protect our eyes. You know, nobody wants to have macular degeneration. Nobody wants to have eye fatigue. There is a lot of research. So I will say two things. One, make sure you have a good pair of blue blocking glasses. They sell them in many different places. Just make sure you buy a quality pan. There are some very expensive ones that actually have a yellow tint to them as well that actually helps with the glare. Making sure that you can change on the contrast on your phones, but really important that you are not only taking a good supplement. This has wolfberries as the same thing as that Ningxia Red does. I take both of them. I give these to my kids every day as well, but making sure that you do exercises for your eyes the same way you do exercises for your body. So there's been lots of research, and I was at the ophthalmologist's office, and they were talking about doing these exercises. The thing is, when we were younger and our kids were playing outside, we were actively using our peripheral vision all the time. And what they're finding is that kids are needing to use glasses sooner because they're not expanding past the space. Video games, lack of going outside, more control of what we're doing. So obviously in an environment like we're in right now, unless you're really outside, really making sure you're doing that. So you stop, close your eyes, look left and right, really make sure you're still using that in your peripheral vision. Big fan of this, using this. Obviously, it's not going to be paramount for keeping my respiratory health together, but my eyes are super important, and the longer I don't have to have glasses, the better. And same thing with my kiddos. Okay. Already, I'm like, what am I doing here? Life 9, I talked about this briefly. This is Young Living's probiotic. Again, really like it. It has 16 billion strains of aquaculture. You do not need to keep this in the refrigerator. A lot of people actually keep it by their bed. It's 30 pills, like most of them are, so I'm just getting them every month. I do keep in the fridge. I've been doing it for years, so it's not a big deal for me. I pop one literally the last thing I do before I go to bed, okay? I walk by the fridge, open it up, take one, take a glass of water, good night. So what it's doing is, when I put the prebiotics into my stomach in the morning, by the time I go to bed, it actually goes down there, and while I sleep, okay, and rest, it actually can create that good bacteria in my gut, grow and keep my gut healthy and strong, so my immune system can stay healthy and strong, so I can fight off but fight off infection and try to keep my body as healthy as possible. Omegas, fish oils, joints, amazing for respiratory health. Obviously, I'm the respiratory queen. I've done lots of research over the years. I've been taking all different fish oils. My kids used to take fish oils in a spoon when they were little. I used to use Nordic Naturals when they were little as a thing. You could actually take one of these, squeeze it into like their yogurts. You want those fatty acids, okay? Super important for respiratory system, but also just joints, hair, etc. All right. Thieves cough drops. Here's the deal. Whether or not you have a cough, a cold, or whatever, I'm a huge fan of these because when I wear a mask for a long period of time, it becomes harder for me to breathe. Or like if I'm teaching a yoga class on Zoom and I'm actually actively doing the class at the same time, it's hard for me to actually do that. So my throat gets dry. So I just suck on a Thieves cough drop. We have like a little bucket by the front door right next to our zinc cough drops when we go in and out. I keep them in my car. We just constantly get this every month. You don't feel well, great thing to do. I learned recently that if you're looking for a quick tea, take a cough drop it in water, and then you can drink it, okay? Like if you didn't have your Thieves essential oil with you, which is pretty amazing. All right, Thieves sprays. A couple quick things about these. My husband actually requests me to get these all the time. Dan loves these. He is in and out of people's houses on the regular. He's doing different things. So he obviously uses the hand sanitizer because it has enough alcohol in it that he can use it. But he also likes the spray for spraying down surfaces, for spraying his hands down afterwards. He feels comfortable using that in his profession and what he does. Little secret for you guys to know, you can actually use this in a pinch, squirt it in the back of your throat like you would like a Cepacol, and kind of like when you're feeling a little bit of a tickle or a scratch, spray the back of your throat if you're in a pinch, okay? So I love it for that purpose, but also great for spraying down surfaces and spraying down your hands, etc. And it's not like the same gel, not the same thing. It doesn't have the alcohol in it, but it has similar properties, okay? Now I'm gonna go over a couple oils. Some of them are free. Oh, those 5 are free. This one, Idaho Blue Spruce, is what my husband uses as a cologne. So this we go through every month. He uses tons of it. We actually have little bottles that he has. So this is requested every month for him. All right, freebies. Here's the deal. I'll go through them quickly. Geranium, smells amazing, very, very floral. Use it in all of my face serums. Amazing for skin. Orange, one of my favorites. You can actually put this on your toothpaste to help whiten your teeth like you can with lemon. I love to diffuse it with vanilla. It smells like a creamsicle. Kids love it. It's light, it's bright, it makes you feel good. Tea tree. Tea tree oil, great for skin. Great for kind of, it's like a general antiseptic. People have used it in, there's been lots, I've actually talked to a couple of people who have used it when they've had yeast infections. They've actually sprayed their underpants. They have used this with tampons. There's all sorts of things behind it, but we'll just leave that for another thing. But tea tree is fantastic for that. That's all research you can do on your own. Okay, Manuka and Menstruate. Okay, so Manuka is something, so Manuka honey is one of the best honeys. My kids use it all the time. We just got them. They're very, very expensive. The amount of just positive properties, health benefits that have been done research, like in other countries, like including third world countries, about how good that honey is for you, unless you're getting very local, like to your area. So generally, I will get the Manuka honey. I always try to get local as well, but really, really good for you. This is a little bit different, okay? This is really, really good for your skin, but I actually wanted to share this with you. So this is my trusty, I got like old school, okay, book, and there is an app as well. But I was looking up something the other day and I wanted to show this to you guys. Hold on. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, so it's antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, anti-acne. So a lot of people will use this on their skin as well. So I guess there was a German aromatherapist who was doing some research to see if this is actually good for people who suffer from from stress and anxiety. But I think the most interesting thing for me was the uses for the actual uses for it, like on your body. It was skin, acne, bed sores, mild sunburns, which actually makes sense. You could combine that with a little bit of helichrysum and some lavender. Infections, sore throats, pains in your muscles, athlete's foot, ringworm, dandruff, tonsillitis, stress relief, etc. It's really great for sleep as well. I think that's super interesting. It can be used this many ways. I think most people straight up are going to use it on their skin. I know a lot of people have had benefits. So it's kind of like tea tree oil, a little bit more of a tea tree oil on crack. Like I always say, X's2 is thieves on crack. And it's straight. Okay, here's the deal. This I've actually used for yoga practices. It's great for meditation. It's great for grounding. But what did I want to show you guys? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. But I also found out, again, this is what's super interesting for me, it's really great. So some people say it's really great for anti-candida. Obviously, you know, if you understand what candida is, if it has it, and it's anti-spasmodic, antiviral, and and it can be really great for respiratory stuff. So for me, again, this is another thing, and it's interesting because I will actually rub it on my chest when I use it for grounding. So a lot of these oils will actually help me to breathe deeper. Some of it's my meditation practice, some of it's my breathing practice, but at using an oil, so adding this, if I was having any kind of respiratory issue, or if I didn't have, let's say I didn't have my eucalyptus with me, or I didn't have my RC, or I didn't have my cassia with me, then I could actually use this. So it's really great to know that a lot of these can be interchangeable and have different things. Anything that's antibacterial, antiviral for me, thumbs up. So I just thought that was cool. All those oils, except for this baby, came for free, okay? All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know. As always, my trusty little book. I hope everyone is staying safe and sane and warm, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.